Hey everybody, Teen Z here doing another solo review for the Winter Wolf's Den. Had the day off from work today, so I thought me and the wife would go catch a movie, and we went and saw the new movie Twisters that came out on July 19th. This is a sequel to the 1996 movie Twister, starring Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. This movie is starring Glenn Powell playing Tyler. You also have Daisy Edgar-Jones playing Kate, the lead character in this movie. You will also have other familiar faces like Anthony Ramos and Sasha Lane. Anthony Ramos you would know from the musical Hamilton, as well as the movie In the Heights, and you would know Sasha Lane from the Amazon TV show Utopia. She plays Jessica. Well, this movie follows the life of Kate. You start off in what I would call the prologue part of the movie, where you're seeing her chase as a storm chaser, trying to do a science experiment to earn a grant money to better combat tornadoes. She's trying to develop a system to depressurize tornadoes and have them dissipate earlier before they do damages. As much damage as they do. I mean, if you know anything about how damaging tornadoes are in Oklahoma, they do hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars of damage every year. And she has the grandeur idea of combating tornadoes to help people save the world type inspiration. In this prologue, you see that she goes through a trial that causes her to lose her path, and then we jump ahead to 5 years later. This is where you have Javi, played by Anthony Ramos, do the call of action to bring her back into storm chasing, which you see her combating her feelings of based on what happened to her 5 years ago. And then you see her fighting through it through the whole beginning of the second act. And as you see, she's getting better and better through the movie as she faces her fears, pretty much. That's a good analogy of what this movie is about, is facing your fears and doing everything you can to help your fellow man. My one, I would say, only nitpick of this movie is that some of the characters that are in lead roles, not Kate, her character is very defined, as well as Javi and a few others. The Glenn Powell Tyler character and most of the side characters' backgrounds are not really truly ironed out. There's a few lines here dropped in there, here and there, but when you actually get into the point where they did going to really discuss it as Kate and Tyler relationship grows in the movie, it gets to a point where he's about to talk about his past, but then something happens moving the plot along, and you never really get to it. Like I said, it's a minor nitpick. His character and the way he portrayed it and what you do know about him, he plays it to a T. He's part of a group of storm chasers where they're YouTubers, and they're kind of they're not really in for the science. It's more about just the thrill seekers of chasing tornadoes. But you also find out that they're the thrill seekers with the heart of gold. Where Kate goes with her friend Javi, who become like a corporate. Now, if you remember the first movie, Bill Paxton's crew is kind of like the loners. They're fighting to get money, and they want to test their equipment so they could better understand tornadoes by getting Dorothy up in the air. And then you have Wesley from the Princess Bride's character, who's the more corporate, trying to make money off the tornadoes. This one's a little bit flipped, where Glenn Powell's Tyler is the more free-spirited, doing his own thing, and Kate starts working for Javi, who's more of doing it for the money. And then you have little tension between them when they find this out later in the movie. So that's pretty much the plot. It's pretty much you have Kate battling her fears, Tyler growing as a person, becoming someone who's a YouTuber, into growing into something that actually provides, and Javi growing from trying to make the dollar to helping people. And that's one of the big things, like you see that a lot in this, is like helping people. Now, let's get into my praises. High praise for this movie when it comes to the visuals in this movie. The visuals in this movie are fantastic. The editing, fantastic. With the visuals, to the art department. You guys did a fantastic job of making this look like a lived-in world and really capturing the damage that a tornado can do to property and surrounding areas. You have a great visual at the very beginning where they do like a helicopter flyover where a F5 tornado was on the ground. Didn't hit any buildings or anything like that, but just the normal like going through farmland. So the visuals in this are fantastic. I can't praise about them enough. He did a great job. I said fantastic like 6 times. I apologize. I'm sorry. The editing, spot on. You can definitely tell that the $200 million that was the budget for this movie was put into the visual effects. The tornadoes looked real. We all know that they're CGI because they're not going to put these actors really chasing tornadoes. Not everybody's Tom Cruise and wants to, have the thrill of doing their own stunts. So we do know that most of these tornadoes, especially the ones that are driving into, are CGI, but it looked fantastic. It looked real, and it definitely was well done. Like, you cannot really tell that it's CGI. We went to a special theater for this that had a more advanced surround sound system, and that really helped you immerse into the environment of the movie. So like I said, this is a standard summer popcorn movie that you guys are going to love. Let me tell you, I give this a big stamp of approval. I recommend this movie. You should go see it. Go help these people out. This movie had a great opening weekend of $81 million on the weekend of the 19th, which is fantastic compared to some of the other ones. Other sequels slash prequels that came out, like Bad Boys and Quiet Place, did 56 and 52 million respectively. It even beat out, like we all know, animated movies during the summer are the king of the summer box office. But this movie even beat out Despicable Me 2, who opened at 75 million its first weekend. The only movie that outdid all of these movies is Inside Out 2, which opened to 154 million, which, as the time of this recording, has just surpassed Frozen 2 as the highest grossing animated movie of all time. So hats off to them. Good job over there at Pixar. But back to Twister. As I said, this movie has done a fantastic job. I give it my seal of approval, and you guys should go see it. Well, I think that's going to wrap up my review. I hope you enjoyed it. I did a lot of takes for this, so I really do hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to get better. Leave me a comment on how you think I could do better on these reviews. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss the great content that we put out here on the Winter Wolf's Den. With that said, I'll see you in the next one.